Good afternoon, welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be another pickups video. So pickups video for October. Shooting this one a wee bit early because my birthday is at the end of the week, so I'm going to shoot this first and then hopefully get some nice little bits and bobs for my birthday so I can do another wee video at the end of the week as well, hopefully. So jumping straight in, I got some amazing gifts from some good YouTube pals. The first ones I got was from Ross Bahaha. Absolutely cracking gifts here. He did send me another thing. He sent me a little Nintendo Power tin. It was like a mint tin. There's no mints in it, so I'm using it for my smokes, but I've left it at work in my locker, like a tube. But the three games that he sent me was, so the first one is Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for the PS3. Love a bit of Tekken, and the cool thing is that my missus doesn't play mini games, but she loves to play Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing, Mario Party and Tekken, so I can get playing this with the missus as well. And she gets very competitive over it, so it's really nice to play that as well sometimes. So we've got Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which is class, and then we've got Drive Club VR. I've been streaming a bit of this and playing this quite a wee bit. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just absolutely brilliant. Like, I really do like playing games in VR. And I picked up, I think, Drive Club. I think it was last month I picked up the kind of base version of Drive Club. And it was brilliant. It's so good. Such a good game. And then playing it in VR is just a different level. It's so good. So thank you very much for that. He messaged me one day, I think after watching my pickups video last month. And he said that he came across this and if I wanted it. And I was like, oh yes please. So he's setting that up. Top man. Absolutely love it. I was streaming a bit of that, and Ross came along and watched a wee bit of it. Russ Retro Bear, he came along, watched a wee bit, and Alex Broskis as well. He came along and he was in the chat for a wee bit as well. And it's quite annoying because sometimes when you're on the chat and you're playing in VR, the chat comes up right in the middle of the screen. So you're taking a corner, the chat comes up. That's my excuse anyway. That's what I'm using. I'm sticking to it. And then he sent up this one as well, which is Adventure Time: The Secret of the Nameless Kingdom. I watched him stream this as well a while ago, and I thought it looked really cool. It looked kind of like a old school kind of Zelda game. That's how it looks like it plays, and it looks really good. And it's still sealed as well. But I will be definitely playing this at some point after October because we've got the Spooktober, so there's a lot of spooky games we've got to play this month. And I'm waiting for Alan Wake 2. Unfortunately, you will never see me showing off Alan Wake 2 because it's not coming physically. But anyway, I digress. So those three, and the wee smoke tin I got as well, were from Ross. So Ross, thank you very much for that. The next one is from Dylan Hyper Trigger X. Again, I think it was last month's pickup video. I picked up a couple of Xbox 360 games on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was four games, but there was 5 games that I wanted. But the 5th game, he said already left already, so I didn't get the 5th game. But then Dylan reached out to me and said that he had it and asked if I wanted it. And it's Steel Battalion Heavy Armour for the 360. I've never ever played a 360 Connect game, so this will be the first one that I will ever play. And I've never ever had a sealed 360 game. This is my first ever sealed 360 game. But I think I just thought it sounded quite interesting. Like I said, I've never played Connect, but I just thought maybe it's going to be quite cool, like controlling a big massive tank using your body. I don't know. It just sounded kind of weird. But again, Ross Bahaw said that you need a lot of space to play this game, and this game room's not exactly the biggest, but I'm going to give it a bash at some point. But Dylan, thank you very much for that, much appreciated. And then the smallest man on YouTube, Retro Red Steve, he sent me this one up. There is a myth that when you see Retro Red Steve, that's his actual height. Like, he's no sitting down, he's just that wee. But anyway, he sent me Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, and I played the first one, not the first one of this, it was called Umbrella Chronicles. It's been behind me. Umbrella Chronicles this year, and it's a light gun game for the Wii, and it was really cool. You went back to like the Spencer Mansion, so you went back to Resident Evil 1, and you went back to Resident Evil 0 as well. And I've never played Resident Evil 0, so that was the perfect way to play Resident Evil 0 in my opinion. Sorry, I have played Resident Evil 0, but I never stuck with it because the inventory system just drove me nuts. But this one looks so cool, man. I'm pretty sure you go back to Resident Evil 2 in this one, and Resident Evil 2 is my favourite Resident Evil. But looking forward to playing this. So Steve, thank you very much for that, because this one will be getting played. Hopefully sooner rather than later, this one for sure. So those were the gifts that I got this month, which was absolutely amazing. 2 CEX buys. I just bought these because I was in there and they're the kind of steelbook special editions and they were cheap. So we got Gears of War 2. We got the limited edition Gears of War 2 big steelbook thing. I really do enjoy the Gears of War games, and me and Jay played through the first one, so we do need to play through the second one when he came aboard playing games with me again. But it's got a nice steelbook, and then it's got a nice little inside look at Gears of War 2, so a nice little art book in there as well. And like the artwork in Gears of War is pretty cool. It's really kind of dark and stuff. And there's a wee picture of who is it? Dom. Aye, Dom. So class. Chuck to that, it was only a £5. I think that's a nice wee price for that. Let's chuck it there now. And then the other steelbook we got was Shadow of War, the gold edition. Again, this is a really cool steelbook. What is that? So that's a cool steelbook, that one. Sorry, something just moved there, I don't know what it was. Must be a ghost. Spooky season after all, innit? So we got them two from CEX. We then got these two from Cash Generators, and it's Zoe Second Runner Mars, so it's the VR version of it. I played the demo of this, and if I remember rightly, you play it in first person view. I can't really remember much of it. I remember the second game was brilliant. You played as Dingo and everything. I remember the story, and you met Leo and everything. But I've not played the VR version of it. But I am looking forward to giving it a go as well, because I really do like Zone of the Enders games, the two of them that were out. And then the other one I bought was another VR game. So I bought 2 VR games from Cash Generators, and it's Quar Infernal Machines. I had no idea. I only bought it with £1. It looks like a kind of tank, I don't really know, to be honest. Like a tank, kind of tactical kind of game. But it was only £1, so I grabbed that. Next we went to Game, and I didn't get a Games 3 for 2 this month because there just wasn't much there for me to pick out from there. So I just got 2 games at reduced prices. I think they were like 30 quid for the both of them, I think it was. We've got Ghostwire Tokyo, which I've just finished this month as well. This game's really cool. It's a bit too open world for me though, but I like the kind of premise of like Tokyo kind of gets like abandoned, and there's spirits everywhere, and you kind of help them out and things like that. The powers are really cool as well, because you use like finger gestures to shoot things and stuff like that. It's a really cool concept for a game. I just think it was a bit too open world for me. If it was a bit more linear, a bit more structured, I would have liked it a lot more. But it was really cool, and the graphics are stunning, with a really cool photo mode actually. So I did enjoy it. And then the other one I got, I've not opened yet, is Scars Above. Mark George Slasher said to give it a chance. Once you start unlocking powers and things like that, it becomes a lot better. There's one thing I'm hesitant about playing this. There's one thing holding me back, is because I've just finished Returnal, and Returnal is one of the best games I've ever bloody played. It was so bloody good, and this kind of seems like it's kind of like Returnal maybe a little bit. So I don't want to play this with Returnal fresh in my head. I'll give this a wee while. or maybe I'll play it tonight, I don't know. But it does look good. Mark said it's a really cool game as well. So Scars Above. And then next, we went to see my pal Ryan at the shop in Maybole, and he had a bag full of Dreamcast games, and it was brilliant. But the games are all knackered. Like, these games will not fit in anybody's collection that I know. The cases are completely shagged. Like, some of them don't even have bloody front covers on them, and one of them don't work. But anyway, I'll go through them anyway. I'll show you the decent ones first, decent condition ones first. So we got Kiss Psycho Circus, the Nightmare Child. I had a wee shot of this, and it's very typical of the first person shooters of that era, especially on Dreamcast. So you use the face buttons, so the red, yellow, blue and green button to move forward, back, strafe, left and right, and then the analog stick to kind of look around. So it's a wee bit cumbersome. It's quite hard to kind of like get used to that kind of controls again. But once you do it, it's alright. It's a decent little way. I guess kind of boomer shooter. It's pretty cool. And Kiss are class. Kiss are a class band, so I had to pick that one up. We've got Power Stone as well. So we've got Power Stone. The case doesn't look too bad. It's got the front inlay, it's got the disc, and it's got the manual, but it doesn't have the back inlay or the side inlay. See, these aren't great condition, but the price I got them for was fantastic. So we've got that one as well. And then we've got this one, which is, can you see it? Nightmare Creatures 2. I remember playing Nightmare Creatures 1 way back in the day in the PlayStation 1, and it was really dark and things like that, really kind of creepy. I had a wee shot of this to make sure it works. It does work, but it's not good. It's not as good as like I kind of remember it. It's very, very stiff, very janky. You can only, when you're fighting the enemies, you kind of lock onto an enemy, but then that's just stuck on that lock on kind of thing, and then enemies can attack you from. It's just very. It shows its age. It's not a great game, but it's cool to have anyway. If I wanted to go back and play an old janky PS1 Dreamcast game, but it's a shame that we didn't. Like I said, this bag was just full of like crap in it, and I picked out 4 games. And the last game I picked out was this one. Again, no front cover, but when I seen this on the side, it was a Mac and X. And this game is an Atlas game. It's a first person game. I've heard about this ages ago. Like I don't know too much about it, but I thought, man, for an Atlas game, it must be pretty cool. But this is the one that doesn't work, which is really, really unfortunate, because it's the one I would have put a wee bit more time into. But it does have the disc, it has got the manual as well. But there is like a really big scratch on it as well, so I don't know if you can see, you probably can't. But a really big scratch on it. I don't know if it can be fixed on a disc cleaner or not. I took Shenmue a while ago into CEX and asked them to kind of clean my disc 1, and the lassie, like that infamous lassie that I can't stand, she said she doesn't put retro games through her disc cleaner. And I was just like, whatever, man. I just got whatever. But anyway, if I can get that working, that would be really cool. So it was those 4 Dreamcast games, and I said, how much do you want for them? And he didn't really know, because he was just kind of like, I've not even looked through the bag yet myself. How much you got on you? And I had 20 quid on me, so he said take them for 20 quid. So that was an absolute steal for 20 quid, in my opinion. Brilliant. And I've not picked up a Dreamcast game in ages. I think that probably doubles my Dreamcast collection, actually, to be honest. And then moving on, we've got Facebook Marketplace pickups. And I got 2 absolutely cracking Marketplace pickups. I think now is the kind of time, October, November. Check your Facebook Marketplace, because a lot of people are selling things on, because obviously Christmas is coming up. So I got a few cracking deals through Facebook, and it was my big brother. I can't speak. My big brother messaged me one day with this deal, and it was 25 quid for 35 PS3 games. And I was looking through it, and like the majority of them I already had or didn't really need. But then there was one game down in the bottom right hand corner, and I was like, oh, I definitely want that. And that game is worth more than what the bundle was anyway. I think the game was for 35 and I paid 25 for the 35 games. But I'll keep that one to the end because that's what you do, isn't it? And I'll show you all the games that came in the bundle, just kind of briefly. I've moved a couple on already, and these ones are all fair game. If anybody wants any of these games, just give me a shout. So we've got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Fantastic game. Played this recently on the Switch. I played the remaster and it's a great game. Retro Red Steve again, he posted on Twitter recently that he just loves this game. It's fantastic. It's a great racing game. Tron Evolution, so that's one I do need. Never played it. But I'll keep that one to the side. Start the Party. Gran Turismo 5. Just classic Gran Turismo, wasn't it? Gran Turismo was fantastic. Fight Night Round 3. Not much of a boxing fan, so that's not really my kind of thing. If anybody needs it, give me a shout. Duck Showdown. I'll probably keep hold of this one as well, because I really like my racing games. Need for Speed Shift. Fuel. I had a wee shot of this, I'm sure, not long ago. And it was quite decent. It was kind of like a big open world kind of racing thing. Max Payne 3. Fantastic game. Absolutely brilliant game. But again, I've got it already, so if anybody needs this and wants a good, gritty story, oh, it's a brilliant game, but he is an absolute shite bodyguard, but brilliant game. The Shoot, another one that is a double, so it's a kind of PS Move light gun kind of game, based in the movies I think it is. Sports Champions, Resi 5. Resi 5 is brilliant. I've really enjoyed this. I've got it already as well. The gold version I think it is. And then me and my little brother played it through co-op and absolutely, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. But again, I've heard people saying that when they play it on single player, I think it was Pete Fighter actually, Pete Fighter 2, Pete Fighter, he said that when he was playing it on single player that Sheva kept on stealing all the grenades and she just didn't use them. So I guess it's no good in single player, but in co-op that game is fantastic. Sonic Unleashed, never played it. I think I've got it already, so if anyone needs that, they can have it. I don't know, it's got the big werehog in it, hasn't it? Aye, maybe that's one for the before Spooktober finishes. GTA 5, this cover looks like it's been chewed by something. Killzone 3, fantastic game, absolutely brilliant. The Killzone games are amazing. Like the first one was good on the PS2, like it was good, but then Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 were like bangers, absolute bangers. Darkness, we were talking about this actually last night on Glory Hunter, Scott Glory Hunter's channel. We were talking about Murdered Soul Suspect, and this game came up a wee bit because it's got similarities to the Darkness, and Darkness is a brilliant game as well. Again, I've got it, so if anybody needs the Darkness, give me a shout. Duke Nukem Forever and Alien vs Predator, but I'm sure these are already spoken for actually, and I forgot to bloody send them again today. So if you're watching this and you know that you wanted these, they're coming. I just completely forgot today. I do apologise. I'll message you after this as well. Battlefield 3, great game. Battlefield 4, great game. I can't remember which one's which, but the one, and then check by the back, it must be 4. The one with the Shanghai Towers, like, oh, that was fantastic. The multiplayer was brilliant back in the day as well. I loved playing that. And the single player was really, really cool. I'm pretty sure it's Battlefield 4. It starts off in a car that's sinking. Aye, just class. But they're still two really, really good games. Fear 3. So I've got all the Fears on the 360. But eventually I want to kind of move my 360 stuff around, so I've got a PS3 collection. Unreal Tournament 3, got this already as well, but the cover, I'm sure the one I've got is like a printout, like a cheap looking printout, so that's kind of like an upgrade. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, never played it. Body Count, I've wanted to play this for a while because it looks quite cool. I've got it already as well, so again, kind of needs that. And Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2, sorry. I remember when these first came out, and I remember seeing them on the 360, and I thought they looked amazing. I thought they looked proper next gen, you know, like from PS2 to PS3. These games really stuck out, and I thought they looked fantastic. Never played them though. And then the game that I took the bundle for, this game is I've not played it, but it's just got the makings of a fantastic game, and I've heard so many people talking about it, and it's Lollipop Chainsaw. So this game was included in the 35 game bundle, and the bundle was 25 quid, and this was in there, and I'm sure this goes for 35 in CEX, so it was a no-brainer. I can't wait to play this. I'm sure it's made by the same guys, the Grasshopper manufacturer. So these guys, I'm sure they did or they were involved with No More Heroes, and those games are just batshit crazy, and this is going to be just as batshit crazy, I'm sure, and just like class, like just brilliant. So I'm looking forward to playing that. So that was one big Facebook bundle for 25 quid. Absolute steal. And then this is the most recent Facebook bundle that I picked up, and it was a lady, I'm trying to think, I think she was in Motherwell, and I messaged her if she would post it, and she said she would for an extra £5, so it cost me 65 quid this little bundle here. And I showed it on the Game Club WhatsApp, and I was asking the guys, is this what I think? Is this a 3DS? But it turns out it wasn't. It was only a 2DS. But again, that doesn't bother me because I'm not too invested in the 3D aspect of it. But anyway, it was a new 2DS. Lovely condition. It didn't have the stylus, but it's got like another stylus with it. Didn't have the official stylus. But this is in great condition. I don't know if it's going to come on. Fantastic condition. 65 quid this was posted, and it came in a little kind of carry case. There you go, it's coming on there. Oh, it's just brilliant. It's massive. My little brother bought a 3DS XL from CEX last month, and that cost him, I think it was like 140, 150 quid, I think it was. So this is like half the price. And I had a little shot of it when he bought it, and it was, you know, it's really cool. The 3DS XL, new 3DS XL, really cool. Nice 3D feature, but again, it doesn't really do much for me, the 3D feature of it. So I'm quite happy to have the 2DS XL, new, big boy. Happy with that. Inside there we've got, and it came with 8 games, so I'll show you the games just real quick. So we got Kirby Triple Deluxe. Probably gonna Kirby Triple Deluxe. We got, 2 seconds. What's this one? Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. It's a DS game, but yeah, what? It's not going to come in focus, is it? Probably not. Luigi's Mansion 2. This is a double, so if anybody needs this, give me a shout. Sonic Colors. I think this might be a double as well, so if anybody needs Sonic Colors on the DS, give me a shout. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway. Zelda The Phantom Hourglass. Super Mario 3D Land. Pokemon Ultra Sun. And then the last game, which is quite funny because I just gave this game away not long ago. I gave it to Generation Pixel. It was a complete box one, but this one is just a cart, and I've never played these games before. I've never looked at playing them, but let's see if I can get this right. Etrian Odyssey, Legend of the Titan. So we got those 8 games plus the 3DS with a charger and with a third party stylus, and that was 65 quid, and I thought that was an absolute steal. Really chuffed with that. Especially after playing the 3DS that my little brother bought from CEX last month. I thought, oh, this is really cool. but I wasn't prepared to drop £100+ on a 3DS. When this popped up for 65, I thought, aye, that's a steal. But anyway guys, that is all my pickups for this month. Thank you very much for watching and take care. Cheers. Actually, I forgot to show off a couple of second-hand shop games. These are down to the side, I've just missed them, sorry. Nothing great, but I just thought I'd show them off quickly anyway. So these were all £1 each from a second-hand shop in my hometown. And it's Grand Theft Auto Episodes of Liberty City on the 360. Sniper Elite V2 for the 360. I think I've got this already. I think that's a double. I'm not too sure. I'll have to double check. And then we picked up Skate 2 and Skate 3. I think Skate 2 is quite good trading value. So I'm not sure if I have it. I double check my skate games. And then Need for Speed Most Wanted for the 360. This is a double. I've got this on the PS3 actually. So we got them for £1 each. And then another second-hand shop in my hometown, just a couple of shops up. We got Return to Castle Wolfenstein Operation Resurrection. I played not the first Wolfenstein, but I played the self-titled Wolfenstein on the 360 this year. You know, it was really good. It was a good game. So I thought when I seen this, I just thought I had to pick it up as well. So a new Wolfenstein game for the PS2. There was also a PS2 controller, but I don't know where it is just now. Don't know. So it was Wolfenstein PS2 controller, and then it was this silver box. And this silver box is not worth anything really in money value, but the games in here are class games, like in terms of value of gameplay, brilliant. So in this box we've got Ratchet and Clank, just disc only. Oh my god, sorry. So Ratchet and Clank, God of War, Jersey Devil for the PS1, the first Burnout, Code Veronica X, PS2, San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto, God of War 2, Cold Winter. I've always wanted to play this. I'm pretty sure John Bundy played this year in his 52 game challenge. Gun, the PS2, and Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on the PS2. That's the one with that's the one with the multiplayer. I kept on getting mixed up with that. And then Bully on the PS2 as well. So even though monetary value it's not worth much, but gameplay in this bloody tin is fantastic. So we got Wolfenstein PS2 controller and that for 10 quid. So I thought that was really decent. Anyway, now that's me finished. That's all the pickups, I'm sure. Yep, cool. Cheers guys, thank you very much. Bye bye.